And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we've got a game that we haven't played for almost a year, I believe, and it's Interesting Photospheres in Obscure Countries. The game created by Dalewatt, last updated on the 12th of December 2022. So recently updated, 1,000 plus locations, and handpicked photospheres in obscure countries anywhere without official street view. This is a great game, fun game to play. And it's been a while for me, so back to this game. Also, want to make note that I have a Twitter account that I just have started with All Over the Map, so go check that out. It's in the description below. And then also, just wanted to get your thoughts on a couple of things that I'm looking for in 2023, which is to do some live streams, perhaps some YouTube shorts, maybe go to Twitch. Of those three, would you like me to do those? All three, anything in particular? I'm thinking about doing live stream at a certain time. So any comments would be really appreciated on that. And also, if you could hit the like button, that would be great as well. So let's get into this game. Interesting photos here in obscure countries. We're not going to put any time limit on this. We're going to do this as a no-move challenge. However, the play-along link will be in the description below. Hope everybody out there is doing well. An interesting day here where I am. Coming up to Christmas, we're going to go from about 7 to 8 degrees Celsius down to minus 15 in tomorrow, I think. So a huge Arctic blast coming through in time for Christmas. But doesn't look like there's going to be an Arctic blast coming through here, I don't think. It looks like a warm country. Africa, perhaps. And we are in a classroom, so this is quite interesting. Somebody's foot. And on a phone. Everybody's on a phone. So what we got here? We have a lot of French. I see. This guy's not sure about the person taking the picture, which is Mohamed Traore. This guy's got a little fan here. That's interesting. So this is an interesting photosphere. Obscure country. I see Codense. There's a lot of devices in this classroom. So I'm thinking this is a French African country. Trying to see if there's any football jerseys. They all have this, or a lot of them have, something Oso. So it's Lycée Condonso. Okay, so let's take a look at Africa. French countries. So we can rule out pretty much these countries here in South Africa. Angola is probably Portuguese. Zambia, if anything, would be English. Malawi, Tanzania. So maybe we're up in an area like this. Okay, so Burkina Faso is interesting because I see this SO. I'm not sure if that means anything. But that shirt saying Condonso, I think it's Bobo. Okay, so there's Saint Etienne. Burkina Faso, I don't know why I was drawn to this, but I'm going to drop that there for now. So there's some greenery out there, some green foliage. Yeah, this is... See if you can see their test. A lot of tired folks in this classroom. So that's one. Molly. Could it be Molly? I think we're close to a large city too, if I had to guess. Maybe I just stick with my initial thought. Okay, so it could be the Ivory Coast. Could be. Could be that. Let's look for this. I think that is an N. Condonso. Lycée Condonso. Could mean something. There's a lot of O's here, ending in O's. Probably should have put a time limit on this, but I know a lot of people don't like the clock per se. So it's an interesting go. I do feel like we're near a city though. And maybe not, but with the cell phones, got to be close to a large city. Let's try here. So it doesn't look like we're there. Ooh, could be Cameroon as well. Maybe. I don't know. Could be Cameroon. Could be a lot of places. But I'm gonna stay with Burkina Faso on this one. I don't know why. I just get a feeling, and that's my initial gut reaction, is that we're there. I don't know why. I think let's just look. Let's just look at a couple cities in. All right. Oh wait, that's probably a school or something, but I'm just gonna stick with Burkina Faso. This one, I'm just gonna go for it. And not too bad. Not too bad. I'll take that. We were in Bamako, 267 miles away, at School Condonso. So it was School Condonso on the RN27 in Bamako in Mali. So pretty good guess. I'm pretty happy about that one. Didn't get 4,000 points over, but good enough for me on that round. Okay. I feel like we've had this in the game before. we've had this before in a game, and I'm probably going to get this wrong. As I probably did in the... Yeah, I'm pretty certain I've had this round looking north. I think this is China. Where in China? I'm not quite sure, and I don't remember what I got here. But I'm going to go a little further north here, and like... Let's see if this is right. Looking north. Maybe on a river. Look at Wuhan. The Yangtze River. Is this the Yangtze? Not sure. But everything's flowing out that way to the east. Not much. This could be just... Well, no, there's a bridge there, so it could be... Let's look at rivers that flow. I don't think... Let's look this way. Yangtze... No, I feel like we're there, but it's probably not it. Let's look a little north here. I think I'm going to go there in Zhangjian. And probably well off on this one. Let's go for that. 300. It was Wuhan. I actually said that. Should have stuck with that one, or should have clicked on that. But it was Wuhan. Yeah, so there it is on this little, the Hanshui River as it flows into the Yangtze River. 3714, not too bad, but okay. Policia Nacional. Policia. Porto Alegre. There's a Porto Alegre, I believe. Oh. Looks very tropical. Okay, so this has got to be Portuguese, I think. Could be wrong on this. Try Sao Tamo and Principe. Don't know if this is it. Kind of interesting, like European sign there for the crosswalk. Porto Alegre. Bonbon. Porto Alegre is throwing me off for some reason. I know this is not Brazil because this would be an obscure country. At a place like Mozambique. Comoros. Porto Alegre. I mean, that looks like a Spanish or a Portuguese sign. But very, very tropical. Saw Comando Distral de Cauê. Not really sure on this one, folks. At first I was thinking Cape Verde Islands, but it's I think it's pretty dry. I think that's they're pretty dry islands, so it doesn't look like this. I could be wrong on it. Part of me wants to go to these islands or something like this. And the other part of me just wants to go to down here to, I don't think we're Equatorial Guinea. This is not it, I don't think. Let's see this one here. Portinho. Picao. I mean, this is going to be probably one of the most random places around. Let's try this little tiny. Yeah, that's not it. Porto Alegre. Part of me wants to see Angola here, maybe a little further north. I don't know. Bengo province. No. Mozambique is always on the radar too as well. Zambia. I was just thinking of Zambia. It's probably not it. What other place could this be? So we've got Morocco, Western Sahara. Portugal's definitely not it. I'm not. Where's the Porto Alegre? I feel like there it is. There. Are we really there? No, we're not. But it does confirm that it's Portuguese. So part of me says it's Angola. Yeah, that's got to be Portuguese, right? So okay, let's go back to this. Let's think about this. What does it say? Let's take a look at this name. Igreja, Porto Alegre. Very, very tropical too. Very wet. There's a dog there. Just noticed that dog. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. This is not Brazil. As much as I want to go to Porto Alegre, Brazil, this is not it. So it's either got to be Mozambique, which I don't think that's it. It could be Angola, but I feel like we're near water. I just feel like that tropical. So we got to be like Luanda north, maybe more towards the equator. The only other one I think of is Sao Tome and Principe, which is Portuguese, I believe. I'm almost 100% sure of that. So maybe we look for. I'm not sure what that is there. Igreja. Maybe we just look for Igreja and see if we can find that. Probably not going to find it. This is like a town. Where the heck is the other? There we are. There's Alice. Sao Tome. Neves. Could always look at this because this could be it's not going to be a state or district or whatever it is. So, Guadalupe. Belém. So a lot of Brazilian names here, or at least towns like Belém. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Santana, which is interesting. Benfica, Portuguese, I guess, which is Portugal. Yeah, I could be searching this all day. San Pedro Mabana. No, Porto. Well, wait a minute. Porto Alegre Strait. So maybe could there be, that's port, so that's no. So let's look at Sao Tome. I don't think I went in there. Maybe there's a port there. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just trying to hope that we're someplace around here. Blue. You know what? At this point, I'm not sure, but I do need to guess. And are these the only two? Are those the only two? What is this here? This is interesting. Malabo. Okay, I don't know where this belongs to, actually. Interestingly enough, I guess this is maybe Cameroon. Don't think that that's it. Looks a little more Portinho. It's always interesting. Um, so maybe I just go with Sao Tome. I'm just gonna stick with that. Just click here. Why not? I'm wasting too much time on this. Porto. Here's a Porto. Porto's got to be near water, right? So that's the other thing. So let's make sure we don't have any more Portos. I wonder what these dotted lines are for. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go for that. And I think, unless there's another Portuguese spot in the world, Mauritius, nope, ports. I think that's the extent of the Portuguese, probably, unless I'm wrong. Portuguese, no Portuguese over this side in the Caribbean. But let's go right on the equator. Why not? Let's go for it. And there we go, 15 miles. It had to be Sao Tome and Principe. Where were we actually? Santa Cruz. What I've got in this one, nope. Don't even know what town this is. But in any case, yeah. There we are. Pretty good round. Pretty happy with that one. And Philip Junghans. It's going to be a tough one. Waterfall. Might leave it there. Maybe that's the thumbnail. Who knows? Maybe that's the thumbnail. No, there's a lot of spray. Is that spray? Well, this is an interesting photosphere in an obscure country. Not really sure on this one, other than this is probably interesting trees. It's probably Africa. I'm going to guess Africa on this one. And maybe we're in a place, Philip Junghans, maybe in a place like southern part of Africa, Namibia. Just with that name. Will there be a waterfall in this country? I don't know. I doubt it. So maybe we're not here. Maybe we are. I know there's a waterfall over here, Victoria Falls, but I don't think that's it. Well, let's go. Hold on. Maybe we're on a border like this. Maybe there is a waterfall. Namibia. This one probably just going to be a random guess. Water there. So Victoria Falls. Do these trees, are these trees, okay, there's, just found that individual, like where's Waldo? I'm looking south, though. I don't know if this is right, but I think this could point to the southern hemisphere. I don't know, not really sure, who knows. Tropical plants, these interesting tree roots of the tree. And yeah, I get this feeling, I mean, we could even be down here somewhere if there are waterfalls. But maybe maybe go over here. Or do I stick with my initial guess? I'm going to stick with my initial guess, go to Namibia. Although we could be in South Africa, but I don't know if there are waterfalls like this in South Africa. I'm sure there are. Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we go, because this doesn't look that far north. Just the foliage looks maybe a little more. Ah, there's somebody else. Yeah, let's go. Then this could be Australia, but I'm thinking. The more I think about this, I'm thinking South Africa. I just get that feeling. Could be wrong on this. Probably wrong. Flagstaff. Not didn't realize there's a Flagstaff outside of Arizona. Well, let's go for that. Eastern Cape is where we're going to go. That's my final answer. And there we are. 10 points. Far a ways away. In Dominica. Interesting. Trafalgar Falls is where we were. 10 points. Lost a lot of points in that one. And we get off to the fifth and final round. And these trees are interesting trees. We got a lot of interesting things going on here. Save. Wow. A lot of people walking around here. It's like a prison or something? What is this? Does it say .pg? This is Papua New Guinea? Probably it is. That's PG. Again, I could be wrong on this. Yeah, it's got to be right. And these trees, I was thinking there are more southern hemisphere-ish right here. This type of tree. I'm not sure it is. If you know, comment down below. Let's find a license plate, because I think these license plates should be black, but doesn't look like it. It's English, which... What's that guy carrying? Looks like a big ball. A lot of graffiti. And we're high up in a hill. Maybe we're north of Port Moresby. Up in the mountains, Venture Park. I think this might be where I go. Something contractors. Really can't make that out. So we're probably high up. We are high up. In a Mount Simpson. I mean, we could be in this central part of Papua New Guinea, but I think if anything, we're going to be closer to water because or transport because of these shipping containers and stuff. Northwest, and there's a steep mountain up there. So maybe not Port Moresby. Maybe. Just need to make sure I'm 100% certain this is where we are. So maybe we're not Port Moresby. Maybe we're... I'm just going to click here. And that's going to be my final answer. I'm zooming in there. Watch it be Port Moresby, but I don't think the mountains, Mount Simpson, are that high. Coroca. Some of these places seem interesting, but don't seem that big. Well, a lot of churches. That's the one thing I see here. A lot of churches. Well, that's where I'm going to go. Let's go for it. And, wow, I was looking up to where it actually was, which is pretty interesting, which was in the town of Porgera, which is interesting. Trading company in the middle of the forest, I guess, mountains, middle of Papua New Guinea. 3876, 277 miles. We got 16444. That one round where I thought it was in South Africa wasn't right. Sao Tome was a pretty good guess. I like the Burkina Faso, which is actually Mali. That was a pretty decent guess. Really good guess, actually. China, we've had that, I think, before in Papua New Guinea. So 4 of the rounds I'm pretty happy with. That 4th round, not all that great, but you know what? This is a fun game. Hopefully you had fun with this too. If you did like this, hit the like button. Really helps with the algorithm. If you'd like to see more games from this particular game, Interesting Photospheres in Obscure Countries, comment down below. Or if there's any other games you want me to play, comment as well. Love to hear from you. With that said, thanks for tuning in. Till next time, cheers.